Hello, and welcome to Oak&IV Skyrim, Series 1, Episode 5, Love and Death in Riften. Oak&IV Skyrim is a massively modded Skyrim Let's Play and mod showcase for the very best mods that the Skyrim community has to offer. Today we're going to be concentrating on Inigo, a fully voiced companion mod and probably the best developed, currently fully voiced companion for any game. We are also going to be looking at Sofia, the funny fully voiced follower, one of my favorite comedy followers for Skyrim. But the main focus of today's adventure is going to be Amorous Adventures. Amorous Adventures is an overhaul of vanilla Skyrim quests and dialogue, adding romance, comedy, lots and lots of comedy, adventure, excitement, really wild things. Amorous Adventures gives you a reason to do a lot of quests that you would skip in vanilla Skyrim after your second or third playthrough. And it also steers you towards a lot of quests that you might otherwise miss. So I cannot recommend Amorous Adventures highly enough. After we finish the Love and Death in Riften storyline, in which we are going to save the women of Riften from Aren, a noble schmuck who has been poisoning them to force obedience, we are going to have a little conversation about Aren in the vanilla game, and that'll be the end of the episode, after which, in the next episode, episode 6, we will return to Icicle Valley. So guys, thank you so much for attending today, and I'm going to stop filming now for 1 second, and when we resume, we're going to be in the Bee and Barb in Riften. And here we are back in Riften. As you can see, Griboag is, as you can see if you look at the bottom right corner.
The Temple of Mara. If Mara is the goddess of love, what does that make Dibella? I suppose the goddess of making love? Well, I know which one I prefer.
Sofia, the funny, fully voiced follower, and Inigo. Alright, as I was saying, as you can see if you look at the bottom right corner, Griboag is hungry, thirsty, and a bit tired. So before trying to continue with the quest, we're going to get some sleep and some food.
You. Come on in. Let me know if you need anything. Or take a seat by the fire and I'll send someone over.
So we're gonna ask for a room.
If you've got the coin, you're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
This as a token of my friendship.
I'd like to rent a room.
Well,
Sure thing.
I guess
It's
I
yours
owe
for
you
a
my
day.
thanks.
I'll show you to
How
your
are we
room.
doing
Right
over
this
here?
way.
Now, while we give her a chance to go stand in my room and just creepily stare at the bed, let's get Inigo to sit down and we can have a nice long talk with him. Hello, Inigo.
Yes, my friend. What would you have me do?
There's
Yes.
plenty more where that came from. Just give a
Inigo
holler.
is an incredible follower, but one of his conversations,
Fair
an
enough.
important one, can only take place in a tavern. It
Hi.
might actually be
Do you want to read the
a
Black
bit
Horse?
early for it. Oh, you son of a
Take a
bitch!
load off, my friend.
Get the hell
You
off of
have
my
earned
chair!
it.
What the hell?
I tell you the dragon
Bye.
Let me know if there's anything else.
That was
you
my
need.
seat, you son of a bitch!
of the ancient Nord art.
You asked for this.
Believe the
Bastard.
dragonborn comes.
Look alive, will you?
Suffer.
It's an end to the
Ah,
evil.
hello,
Yes,
Inigo.
Mum.
What is on your mind?
Beware
The loot in your cell was full of arrows. I take it you prefer singing.
for the darkness has
Any
passed,
thoughts?
and the legend
Mind if I
yet
ask you something?
grows.
Let's chat. Boy, you have a bunch of great things that you can chit-chat with him, especially while he is sitting down in a tavern. But let's start off with, mind if I ask you something? Let's get his backstory told as best it can be.
You have my full attention.
Tell me more about your past.
My brother and I never knew our real parents. We were found abandoned in a smelly shack by a soldier on his way to battle. We melted his heart with our fuzzy little faces, and he carried us to the nearest town. He deposited us at an orphanage, and that is where we spent most of our childhood.
Tell me more about your past.
My brother and I were adopted by a couple of retired assassins. I guess the orphanage did not do a family background check.
You must have had a very interesting childhood.
Mine was perhaps a little more unconventional than most, but I suppose all childhoods are interesting to some degree. My parents provided me with love and encouragement. Apart from the nightly training sessions, we were a normal family.
Okay, I should now reveal some player knowledge. If you keep chatting with Inigo about his past long enough, if you do it at the right times, especially sitting in a tavern, if you ask him to chat for a while, eventually his main quest will kick in. And it's a pretty good quest that we will do during this playthrough. I'm going to continue this conversation with Inigo, and hopefully we'll get to a stage where eventually his main quest will kick in for us. Tell me more about your past.
I was bullied by the other Khajiit children because of my unusual color and markings. My mother showed me a handy trick with a rock and a glove. I was never bothered again.
That's a bit extreme. You could have killed someone. I'm glad. Serves the little louts right. I'll go with this one.
Yes, bullies should not be tolerated. They soon learned that being different is not a weakness.
Tell me more about your past.
My father showed my brother and I how to use a sword. My mother taught us the bow. Happy childhood memories. I grew up in Riverhold, not far from Cyrodiil. My brother and I headed for the Imperial City to find our fortune when we came of age. I found love, for a time at least. My brother found death.
Love?
Well, now that I think about it, maybe it was not love. It was brief and, as it turned out, one-sided. Anyway, all that happened later.
Our hero paints a warrior.
Death?
Heart.
I will come to that soon. There is a little more to hear first.
With a voice we'll
Tell me
the
more.
power of the ancient
My mother and father are both gone. They died protecting a trading caravan a few years back. I guess I am an orphan again.
to the evil of all Skyrim's foes. Beware the
What were your parents like?
I suppose they were a bit of an odd couple, being an Argonian and a Khajiit, but they adored each other. And us. Despite their previous profession, they were good people.
I am sorry for your loss, Inigo. That's, even in real life, it's such a horribly inadequate thing to say, and yet, of course, what do you say in these situations? You recite the formula, all of us do. And the formula is, I'm sorry for your loss.
That means a great deal. Thank you.
Tell me more about your past.
My brother and I found much work as sellswords. We never made it to the Imperial City, but we made a lot of coin.
And what kind of jobs did you do?
A bit of giant killing here, a bit of witch slaying there. We took gold when it was offered, but sometimes we worked for nothing. It is hard to deny those in need, whether they have coin or not. We made more than enough from those who could pay anyway.
And where did your travels take you?
All over Cyrodiil, from the Gold Coast to the Gerald Mountains. It is a wonderful land, but quite tame compared to Skyrim. Those were happy times, traveling or working during the day, camping out under the stars at night. Life was good. I awoke one morning to a lot of noise outside our tent. My brother staggered in, bleeding, and pushed our father's sword into my hand. He said that if I loved him, I would run. He used the last of his strength to rip out the back of the tent and push me down the slope beyond. Some Khajiit-hating locals had blamed us for a spate of robberies in the area, and had decided to take the matter into their own hands. 12 of them had snuck up on us in the night. My brother died, but I live because of him.
Such amazing voice work and really high quality writing. I'm just so impressed with every aspect of Inigo as a character.
This is an ode to Skyrim's
The kindest
truest
thing to
sons
say
and
is to
daughters,
change the subject
the
over to what was your brother's name.
We
Expressing
drink to our
sympathy,
youth,
though,
to the days
is what
come
would be
and gone,
expected.
where the age of oppression is
I'm going to
now
go with
nearly
kind. What was
done.
your brother's name?
His name was Fergus.
Drive out the
I
empire
miss
from
him
the
very
land
much,
that we own.
but part of me is glad he did not witness what became of me after his passing.
All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King. In your great
I should mention that
honor we
Inigo will
drink and
remember
we
the
sing.
replies that you choose, and that will change
We're
his
the
comments to you
children
in
of
the future.
Skyrim, and we fight
Inigo
all
has
hard
over
lives,
7,000
and
lines. It is
summon
impossible to hear all of them in just
every
one
of us
playthrough.
dies.
Because again, they change according to your responses.
But this land is
Losing him
ours,
that way was
bubbles
bound to
seared
affect
white
you. I'm
clean
sure he would
of
have
the scourge
understood.
that has
Maybe
sullied
you
our
are right.
hopes and
It is a
doubts.
nice thought, but I suppose I will never know.
All hail to Ulfric, you are the High King.
Alright,
In
it
your
wants me to
great
console, and
honor
who
we
shouldn't?
drink and we sing.
I am sorry. Losing your brother like that must have been terrible.
Yes, that morning I lost all that was dear to me. Unfortunately, I also uncovered a side of myself I never knew existed.
And let's get into talk.
I
about
was
this.
recruited by a group of bandits a few years ago. That is when I discovered skooma. It was the beginning of a lot of nastiness. I was with a bandit girl for a while. Turns out she was using me. She wanted protection, not affection. As soon as she found someone more psychopathic, I was dropped like a sack of troll dung.
And did you love her?
I thought I did. We dulled each other's pain somewhat. She seemed like the only bright thing in a very dark place. Regrettably, she was a vicious, manipulative harpy.
Tell me more.
I left the bandits and took the only ally I had with me. He was also an addict, but we thought we had it under control. His name was Felix. He was a big fellow, good in his scrap. We became mercenaries together. After a few months, Felix and I had made a little gold, but our addiction to skooma was getting in the way. No one trusts an addict, my friend. Especially not another addict.
Tell me about Felix.
There is not much to tell. He never spoke about his past, but it was clear he had also been through a great deal before becoming a bandit. That life did not seem to suit him. He had been an educated man at some point, I am sure of it. He was violent, but he had retained some dim vestige of honor. I wish we had met under different circumstances.
Well, I'm not going to ask him if he misses skooma. Of course he misses skooma. Every addict misses the thing they were addicted to. And you miss it the rest of your life. But I will say, tell me more about your past.
One day, Felix burst into my chamber. Instinct took over and I reacted. His murder was my second to last step on the road of dishonor. Trying to kill you was my last. My journal tells the rest. Read it if you want. I do not enjoy speaking of these things. That is my story. Not a happy one, but maybe the happy stuff is still to come.
Alright, now that Inigo has told us everything about his past,
This is an ode to
his
Skyrim's
quest is
truest
open to
sons and
continue.
daughters,
There are other things
the
that have to trigger
Stormcloaks.
to continue it as well. He has to chit-chat
We
with
drink
us
to our
outdoors
youth, to the
about the
days
map
come
we're
and
carrying,
gone,
for
for
instance,
the
before it can
age of
continue.
oppression
But
is
let's
now
see if
nearly
the
done.
Let's Chat option
We'll drive out the empire from
has
this land that we own.
anything.
With our blood and our steel, we will take back our home.
Okay,
All
well,
hail
All
to
right.
Ulfric, you are the High King.
let's see if the Let's Chat
In your
option
great
has
honor
anything.
we drink
Yes,
and
why
we
not?
sing. We're the children of Skyrim and we fight all
What was your
our
brother
lives.
like?
And when Sovngarde
He was my
ends,
best
every one
friend.
of us
He is with the
dies.
gods now if you believe in such things. Maybe he's waiting for me in the afterlife.
I see the carrier there in the
This land is
background.
ours, and we'll see it wiped clean of the scourge
So your
that
brother was
has
called
sullied
Fergus? That's
our
interesting.
hopes and
Of
doubts.
course.
Our parents enjoyed unusual names.
Here, this is for you.
Unusual is good. Who wants to be normal?
Honor we
Not me.
drink and we
Normal
sing.
is boring. To think, my mother almost called me Jesargo. What an uneventful life I would have had.
Take that, Jazargo. Did those ebony weapons you own belong to your parents?
No, I liberated them from a tomb some time ago. I sold my mother and father's weapons for skooma money. Such a loss.
Will you ever try to get them back? This is pretty clearly a hint to a possible future quest.
My mother's bow and my father's sword are long gone now. I doubt I will see them again. If you ever hear anything about them, let me know though. You are kind. Thank you. Let's talk of other things.
Good choice. Alright, well, I've enjoyed my chat with Inigo, but I think that's enough for now. So, I think that's enough chit-chat for now.
Fair enough.
Follow me.
Come on, legs. We are on the move again.
You want a drink?
You want a drink?
Got the coin? You're welcome here. Otherwise, hit the road.
If
There
you'll
you
excuse
are.
me,
I've
I
been
have
looking
other
everywhere
things to
for
attend
you.
to.
Really?
I've got this thing I'm supposed to deliver. Your hands only.
She must be
let's
standing right
see.
behind me. Jesus.
Looks like that's all. I have to leave.
What can I get you? Meat?
Lily, the
Wine?
beautiful carrier who's also frickin' annoying. Just get up. All carriers are annoying. It's that 4th Street thing. I can't stand it. Alright, Galahad.
What can I do for you, friend?
You can... relax here. I'm gonna leave Galahad in the tavern. Alright, technically I feel bad about this. Oh dear. Dude, I'm really sorry. Here, let me try and help.
Fresh news from everywhere.
There we go.
Read The Black Horse.
I'm sure you feel much better now. Alright, Courtney is part of Immersive Wenches, an incredible mod on every level. Let's get
Yes.
some potions from Courtney as long as we're here. Excuse me.
Huh?
I don't want to waste my gold on cheap ale. Show me your strongest drinks.
Of course.
So as you can see, Courtney has a number of potions that she will sell for 300 septims each. I like Lustful Eyes. Lustful Eyes is basically a massive discount, once you drink it, is a massive discount on anything you buy or sell. Rough Lover is a boost to damage, it's also useful. Stallion's Endurance is an overall boost to your character's stats. And Lala's Back Pain is a boost to your character's regeneration. We're going to get a Lust for Lives.
How can I argue with that?
300 gold, which is going to make us a lot more gold later.
Early
on in the game, I spend a lot of time
Is there
investing
something
in
I can do
things.
for you?
Oh, goody.
I tell you, the dragonborn comes.
Welcome to the Bee and Barb, my lord. If I can interest you in one of our specialties,
Hi there.
let me know.
Looking for work? I need someone to deliver a message to Sibby Blackbriar.
Alright.
To the evil of
So,
Skyrim's
we're going to get a little bit of
foes.
sleep. We're going to eat and drink.
The
And then we are going
dragonborn
to
comes.
continue our adventure.
For the darkness
See you
has
on the other
passed,
side.
and the legend yet grows.
Alright, we've had a nap. We've had something to eat and drink. We are basically ready to go. Hello, Inigo. Inigo needs some improved armor. We will grab him some the next time we kill somebody with good armor, because killing people and taking their stuff is all we do. Oh dear.
Hi. Do you want to read The Black Horse?
I'm sorry I murdered you. Horribly, horribly. Alright, so let's look around.
This is an ode to Skyrim's
There's
truest
Sofia.
sons and daughters, the
There's the sad
Stormcloaks.
girl.
We drink to our
Right.
youth, to the days come and gone.
Let's go
For
free
the
the
age of
women of Riften.
oppression is now nearly done.
Alrighty then. Now, part one of our plan to free the women of Riften. Kill Aaron.
Gems, potions, exotic ingredients, I have them all.
I'm sure you do.
Beautiful baubles and gleaming
Make love like a saber cat.
Yes?
Get them before they're gone.
Need something?
20 gold coins and all this.
They haven't been by the
beyond.
bunker.
Need something?
I'm certain they will. How about you?
No.
The map seems to be taking me to the Temple of Mara. Talk to the damsels in distress and tell them of the cure. Oh. I actually thought that the next thing I was going to do was commit a mass murder, but apparently
Surprised, actually.
I'm supposed to
I thought they had
tell
a
the women of
stranglehold
Riften
on
what
the
the cure is, so I'm
But in the
perfectly
last
okay
few
with
years,
that.
hasn't been.
Well, it is. The cure is my love.
Whatever the reason. Let's be
Yeah, they're gonna kill me, aren't they? And, well, they might. Alright, well, there's Meow. And
Sorry,
Ingen
just thinking about my
and
experiments.
Sapphire.
Yeah.
Meow.
What's your
You
problem?
must be one of those wizards from the college in Winterhold.
Well, technically, I'm from the School of Spellcasting, and they haven't accepted me yet, but that's not the point. I faced the Hag Ravens and slew them in search of the cure. God, I cannot do Johnny Bravo to save my life. I faced the Hag Ravens and slew them in search of the cure.
Killing those foul witches. You've done well.
Can you imagine how many hours it took to find all of the appropriate lines to react to your conversation? I may have a way to cure everyone as well.
Thank the gods for that. Do you have a potion or something that can cure this pain?
Well, first, the good news. I'm going to have to kill Aaron.
Eren saved my life, but that does not make him a god. It was Eren who infected me with that damned Hag Raven's poisoning. Just to be his girlfriend. What a foul and unnatural way to get by. Makes me sick to my stomach.
Quite
I
right.
hope you cleave his arrogant head open.
All right. There is no way to sell this line, and I'm slightly disappointed that I'm not immediately attacked after saying it. The cure is my penis. Once he's dead, I must make love to each of you. Damn, I need Johnny Bravo. Once he's dead, I must make love to each of you.
I understand. Just please, save us from these nightmares.
You tell the others I'm going to be hiding under a bench.
Please be careful. I don't wish to be the reason for your death.
Oh, dear. Well,
safe travels.
This next part I can get completely behind, killing Eren. So let's go do that.
I'm going to find whoever did it.
No, you're not.
What can I do for you?
Hey, Courtney. So, let's show off a little bit of immersive wenches on our way.
Huh?
All of the named wenches in immersive wenches give you the ability to talk them into being followers. You could theoretically be followed by a small army of wenches, and further, the wenches from immersive wenches are exceptionally good fighters. Beauty, you are too good for this place.
Of course.
Exotic ingredients.
I bet you're tired of serving these lowlives.
It can't be helped.
Why don't you come with me? You know it will be fun.
It would seem so.
Come on, you don't need to play hard to get with me. Wink.
Nah, I don't think so.
Good for you, Courtney. I completely agree. It was ridiculous thing to ask. But I do want something else, which is... Excuse me?
Huh?
Alright, the immersive wenches also have a couple of other things they can do. First, if you give them a tip, you get a bonus to your experience gain, and I do need
Thank you.
that.
Here, this is for you.
Ooh, and she gave me some wine, too. Out of the way.
Riften's under my protection.
Yes.
You watch yourself now.
Huh?
Now, this is, frankly, the sex buff option. It's a cool option. It's very useful. The buffs vary by wench. Unfortunately, the sound effects are going to make a not safe for work video even less safe for work, so we're not actually going to explore that option right now. We are, however, going to spend some gold on their most expensive drinks.
Of course.
And what I would like is a rough lover. No, not in that. Well, maybe.
No need to get rough.
The rough lover potion, you will boost your damage with every type of spell and with your sword.
Staying out of trouble,
club,
kinsman?
etc. Why do you keep calling me kinsman? I am in fact a Breton, not a Nord, but whatever. Alright, here we go. You gotta figure there's going to be a battle as soon as we get through here, so let's choose the spells we're going to have ready. First off, we are going to need a Bend Will. And I think an Evil Twin. Save. Alrighty, let's get through that.
Fine.
Oh boy.
It's gonna cost you.
My, that was interesting. Let's save now, just in case. Alrighty then. Oh, meow.
My friend died. Things won't be the same without him.
Yes, I bet you they won't be. Well, Inigo, my buddy, he was just as fascinated as I am. I'm going to assume you did that. All right. Well, we're gonna do a little conversation.
I don't get why people worship the gods. What are the done for us mere mortals? Nothing.
Oh dear.
I prayed
You
for
hung
money,
him
free booze,
up
and
by his foot.
more free booze, and did I get it? No. Instead, I got a hangover and a huge hole in my pocket where my money used to be.
Thank you, Sofia. Oh dear. Well, let's finish our conversation, I think. Y'all, the lioness, let's have a little talk, you and I. After I save the game.
Well met, friend. How can I help you?
Aaron is dead, and either Sofia or Inigo, or possibly both, have hung him by one foot in the dining room, just in case you should forget he was dead, so that you can go hit his corpse with a stick in the hope that it will explode. Alright, I'm just babbling here. Yeah, Aaron's dead, and he is actually hanging in your living room. That wasn't babble, that happened.
Good riddance to him, I say. I'm free of the little man, and that's what matters.
True. Oh dear. Not quite yet, M'Yal. We need to make love. You and me. And my magic tonker.
You know you're asking for some pretty strange stuff, don't you?
Oh God, do I know that. Look, I met someone who knows about this. She said I could free all of you if we had sex. Also, she gave me this list of positions she'd like you... Okay, never mind. Yes, indeed, I did meet someone who knows about this, and she said I could free all of you by showing you the power of love, which just happens to require that we have sex. Certainly I would never consider such a thing otherwise. Boy, my character is the luckiest little first-level character ever.
But that's crazy, right?
Oh,
you think
yeah.
it'd work?
Probably. It's batshit crazy. I don't know. She said you need to feel real love, and I could help give you that. Presumably because an orgasm and real love are interchangeable. Or maybe because... I don't know. She was an apprentice Highgraven. They know stuff, right? I don't know. She said you need to feel real love, and I could help give you that.
Ah, now I understand. You have to tap into the old magic. Well,
More
let's
friendly.
not waste time talking about it then. Do what you must.
I know it's a lot to ask, to feel love for someone after all this, especially when your former friend, former rapist, and generally all-around horrible person is dead, not 30 feet away from us. Well, not even that, he's also actually swinging around in the living room and bopping on the walls, and we can frickin' hear it. Oh, and yeah, there are a bunch of other corpses downstairs, too, of which is presumably his allies in this. I don't know, I didn't ask. I know it's a lot to ask, to feel love for someone after all this.
I'm feeling motivated. That's enough for now.
M'Yal trembled as the stranger touched her cheek, the strain of all she'd been through beginning to show. The stranger took her hand and held it, waiting for her. It gave her comfort. M'Yal smiled when she was ready, and opened her heart. This is actually quite a charming story taken from a certain point of view, and I like the reference to the old magic, because after all, the old magic as practiced by the Forsworn is a big part of the theme of Skyrim. Both Mara and Dibella are linked to the old magic in TES mythology, so all of this is actually really interesting. But I can't help but think that a wandering stranger who runs around killing people and then claiming that sex with him is the key to tapping into the old magic, that's not a man to be trusted. But then, Greboog is not a man to be trusted, so what am I complaining about? Plus, hey, sex. Alrighty then. Alright, and that takes care of step 1. How do you feel, Mjol? Do you feel better? Are you okay? Has the power of our love freed you? Yeah, I'm not even going to get any further than that. Do you feel better? Are you okay?
That was almost exhilarating. How are you feeling?
Only almost? I'm good. A little tired, but good.
You are as sweet as honey from the comb.
Oh, thank you.
I know that sounds a little silly. I feel better now.
Perhaps we can pick this up again later.
That can be arranged.
You'd best go to the Temple of Mara now and receive a blessing.
I see. I understand. Thank you.
And now I will cure Sapphire, apparently.
I cannot thank you enough for all of the help.
Well, Inigo,
Something on your mind?
any thoughts?
No, my mind is as blank as your expression right now. No offense.
Dude, I like you a lot, but you are actually watching me get it on with my new lady friends, and that's a little weird and kinky.
Well met,
Wonder where
friend.
that shot
How can
was
I
coming
help you?
But, on the other hand, weird and kinky is pretty much what Grivoag's life has turned into, at least for the length of this particular adventure. So, actually, I'm okay with it. Ah, Sapphire. Hello, nurse.
Good. What next? When will it stop?
May I ask, how did you come to receive this love potion? Look at Sofia. Sofia does not approve of this at all, nor should she.
For the money, and I'm not the least bit ashamed to admit it. A small test, if you will. That'll teach me to try and make extra coin around this city. And?
Yeah, taking money in exchange for testing out a new drug developed by a really sleazy little nebbish, that's probably a bad choice. You made a bad life choice, Sapphire. And remember how you said we should spend some time together. Now's the time.
Oh, wait a second. I see what this is. I have done this dance before, you know. Are you kidding me? Bed you and be done with it. That's what you want, isn't it?
See, the problem is, while technically I am apparently performing a rite of the old magic, and my Schwanstucker really is magical, and my love will heal these women, yeah, I'm fairly sure Sapphire has a good point here. Sapphire, I'm trying to help you, and also to get into your knickers.
Oh, well done. Very subtle.
All right, maybe I can't help you. You'll have to find another way. Such as, I'm not sure. I mean, the guy who was giving you orders is dead. You should be fine. Whatever. But that's not how the old magic works. Must stay in character. All right, maybe I can't help you. You'll have to find another way.
Whoa, whoa. Calm down. Let's just think about this for a moment.
Look, a witch told me to break the spell you needed real love. And if you're not going to trust a mother-killing witch who likes to have sex amid the corpses of the people that she's known her whole life, who are you going to trust?
Well, I've certainly heard worse things. I haven't found my special someone yet, but there's still hope. So that's my sad story. Why do you care anyway?
You're beautiful, and I care. If you were not really attractive, I'd probably just wander off. I mean, I'm really kind of a jerk. Wow. You are beautiful, Sapphire, and I do care. But mostly it's the fact that you're beautiful.
Do you believe that? All right, handsome. Always a pleasure to watch when a man like you walks by.
Ooh. Does that mean I'm going to get you into bed? Does that mean I'm going to get you into bed? Yeah, I can't do Johnny Bravo. I should stop trying.
What can't you get me, sweetie? Remember, this is between us now.
I can't get you a stable life. I can't get you real commitment. You're not a marriageable character, I don't think. Though forced by strange circumstance into this odd tryst, Sapphire still felt drawn to the Savior touching her so gently. Rarely did light shine upon the dark, still waters of her heart, and never before as brightly as it would in that moment. Oh, that's very sweet, and I feel bad for being such a jerk. Well, that is 2 down, and frankly, my character is way overcommitted relationship-wise. Gruboag, quite the man. Alright, I'm going to stop recording for a minute, and we'll be back after we click through a few screens.
I feel wonderful. I can't believe it. I knew that you were special. You're everything I hoped you'd be. But my heart still aches.
And you fell through the floor. Yeah, at some point we're going to have to do something about that.
That felt nice. I feel wonderful. I can't believe it.
Look at poor Sofia,
I knew that you were
huddled in the
special.
corner over there.
You're everything I hoped you'd be.
She does not want to
But
deal
my
with this at
heart
all,
still
and nor
aches.
should she.
Sorry. Just thinking about my experiments.
So am I, baby.
That felt nice. I feel wonderful.
Don't get pushy.
I can't believe it.
Go
I
now
can't
to the
believe
Temple
it.
of Mara. Take your blessing from the shrine.
I knew that... Well now, I guess I owe you my thanks. We should talk again sometime. It gets lonely out here, you know. I need someone with a little fire in her blood.
You and I will be seeing each other.
I look forward to it.
And that's... You're really gonna sit under the spinning corpse. Wow. Ah, my faithful Inigo. Come to watch me charmed women. Oh, I see. You're doing some cooking. I thought you were just quite reasonably trying to avoid this horror show.
My mind is on my experiments today. What did you need? What was it you wanted?
Aaron is dead, as you can see by the fact that he is currently spinning above your head, where apparently Inigo or Sofia has pinned him to the ceiling using a blade, I assume. Maybe a dagger, an arrow, who knows?
Thank you. That bastard got exactly what he deserved. Was there no screaming? Never mind, I don't want to know.
Yeah, I would say that the desecration of the corpse thing is definitely an interesting touch. In the Hag's Lair, I learned that you made the original love potion.
Before you even ask, yes, I made a love potion. And no, I don't want to talk about it.
Yeah, I wouldn't even call it a love potion. You made a really bizarre kind of date rape drug, but whatever. Well, date rape drug is not in genre. You made a really strange poison. Yeah, we're gonna talk about it.
That was one of my best pieces. An infusion of pure essences. My errant formulas have cost Master Elgrim a fortune in ingredients, some of which are almost irreplaceable.
Okay, but you didn't tell me why. So why did you make it?
He said he loved me, but it was all lies.
Who said, oh wait, Aaron. You loved Aaron, who is now spinning above your head in a ridiculously comical manner.
Sadly, yes.
I'm sorry, I know this is quite a tragic conversation, but that's just freaking me out! But Aaron was hot for M.E.L.E., I thought, not you.
Yes, I know. That backstabbing little strumpet. She's disgusting. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman?
Oh, M.E.L.E. is lovely. Why are you angry with her? Well, never mind. Okay, why give Aaron, a man you loved, a love potion to give to another woman? That's a reasonable question.
I was participating in a childish prank. That's what I thought. It's exhilarating to observe the effects of my potions on the body. He used me, like the dog he is, because that's what traitorous cowards do when they desire power.
You poisoned someone, but you're blaming him. Okay, whatever. Was your potion designed to burn M.E.L.E. and cause her pain? Ooh, this is also a good question. Redeem yourself, Ingen Blackbriar.
Not at all. I had no love for the woman, but that wasn't supposed to happen.
You were just going for the emotional pain and the humiliation, then. I see. So Aaron took your potion to the Hag Ravens, and they improved it.
So how's this work, exactly? I need the hag's cure.
I am afraid that the cure is boinking. Lots and lots of boinking. You see, I have a magical Schwanstocker. Alright, the cure comes from inside us. I need to help you feel love. And by feel love, I mean I need to help you feel my... never mind.
What? That sounds ominous.
Ingen, we need to make love together. It is the key to curing the hag's potion. Yeah, I promised I was going to stop doing any attempt at weird voices, but mein Gott. You have to have a lot of self-confidence to deliver dialogue like this. Though again, look at the amazing work Amorous Adventures is. Oh my God, wonderful. Ingen, we need to make love together. It is the key to curing the hag's potion.
Oh, really? Oh, well, that's awkward.
Absolutely.
Oh my.
I've just made love to 2 other women and I haven't even showered. Hell, and that's not counting that I'm probably covered in blood and dust and dirt and entrails. Oh, and the 3rd woman that I made love to before I came over here. You really probably want to take me to a bathhouse before we get up to anything. Yeah, I get that a lot.
I can't believe any of this is happening.
That's life in Skyrim. Come, milady. I will treat you with the tenderness due a woman in your situation. And the corpse spinning above her.
Well, that's good to know. Don't worry about me. I'll be fine.
You'll be excellent. Alright. Ingen Blackbriar's mind raced. How could things have gotten... Ingen Blackbriar's mind raced. How could things have gotten so far out of control? And how could this indignity be the only solution? Damn straight, I completely understand your position. Then she felt arms encircle her with such confidence and caring that soon she didn't think any more, despite the man she loved once being not just dead, but suspended above her head during the entire act. Wow. The writing is good, the voice work is good, the dialogue is excellent. I love these quests, but oh my God, my character is such a perv. Just profoundly so. And that goes for every one of the women of Riften, apparently. Even M.E.L.E., who is as close to a good and innocent person as Riften has. Alright, let's stop taping for 1 minute here. Well, I'll show you one more thing. This is not just the clean version of Amorous Adventures off of the Nexus. There is a clean version that's just the fade to black and then the text box. This is actually the full Sex Lab version. So when you click OK on the full version, you will get a text box saying use nearby bed, yes or no. For the obvious reasons, I'm not going to be showing the animations. I'm just going to jump ahead to after the animations are complete. So let's stop here. Alrighty then. So let's have a word with Ingen as she settles down. Oh dear. Oh, bloody hell.
My mind is on my experiments today. What did you need?
Are you okay, Ingen?
Thank you. I feel better now. At first it was a little strange. Trust is always difficult.
I'm sure. You should go now to the Temple of Mara and receive a blessing from the shrine.
Excellent. I hope that'll do. I was just... well, never mind.
What is it?
I wish I could go with you. Someday, I'll be a gallant heroine. Just like in the tales of old. You make it look so... appealing. Maybe you need a partner, Oh, and to be with you.
Oh dear. My character is such a Lothario, apparently. Ingen?
I know, my head's in the clouds. Just forget I said anything.
Don't worry. We'll be seeing each other, dear. Every time I'm passing through Riften and I can't avoid you, I'll see you. You won't necessarily see me. Ah, boy, I'm horrible. Don't worry, we'll be seeing each other, dear. Be kind. Being kind is important.
I'm always glad to help a friend if I can. There are a few perks someone like you could make use of.
Yes, I can see them. Oh, well, I shouldn't have spoken so soon. And do these perks include more time with you in the bedroom? Well.
You've uncovered my master plan. Now I suppose you'll never leave.
Honestly, I'd kind of like a shower. Are you sure you're ready for that? After Aaron? Poor put upon Sofia.
I make no secret of it. Make use of my body. As payment and a symbol of my affection.
Woof. Then you and I will be seeing each other very soon indeed. I'll be wearing my Spider-Man costume, and I have a black cat costume for you.
I can hardly wait. And thank you for your help. You're a good friend.
I'm not quite sure that's true. And thus, our amorous adventure in Riften comes to a close. All right, a few final words. So, Aaron... What the frickety-frack? Aaron is not actually in the vanilla game. I just have to look away. I'm sorry. I can't concentrate looking at that. Let's look at these guys. Aaron in the vanilla game is just not necessarily that bad a guy. He's sad, and he's very creepy if you actually marry M.E.L.E. M.E.L.E. is a wonderful follower, probably the best in the vanilla game until later on Serana came out, and she became the best follower available in vanilla Skyrim. But M.E.L.E. was the best follower who was there for a purely good character, certainly. And M.E.L.E. herself was charming and funny and always has a lot to say. Just a great character in every reasonable way, by every reasonable measure. However, while M.E.L.E. is and was a wonderful character by every reasonable measure, there was one problem. If you married M.E.L.E., Aaron never stopped following her. Even if you move her into a new home, if you don't live in this home with her and Aaron, Aaron will follow her to the new home, and he will creepily follow her. He will follow her everywhere. He will never stop staring at her. Almost everyone who marries M.E.L.E. ends up trying to find some way to kill Aaron off because, frankly, you don't want to wake up in bed with your wife to see her friend-zoned stalker staring at the two of you. And a lot of women quite legitimately, a lot of men quite legitimately, a lot of humans quite legitimately think that friend zone is bullshit. If you want a relationship, you should be honest about it. And if the person you want to be in your life does not want to be in your life in that way, you should make an honest and clear decision. All right, this person doesn't want me. I'm going to say goodbye now. Of course, real life is much messier and more complicated than that. It's very hard for someone who is suffering from unrequited love to just say goodbye. And thus, for men and women, the quote-unquote friend zone exists, the point where you're in love with someone and they're just not in love with you. And I always thought that was Aaron's problem, and it's why I never married M.E.L.E. After the first playthrough, I'd married her then. But I always thought that was Aaron's problem, that, you know, he is desperate for this girl, he loves her deeply, he opened his home to her, he apparently supports her financially, but she just doesn't see him in that way. She likes him as a friend, likes him a great deal, but she's not romantically interested in him at all. Because after all, she's a tough Nord warrior, and he is apparently a noble schmuck with no obvious source of income but a nice house in the middle of town. So, that was the situation with Aaron and M.E.L.E. in the vanilla game. Of course, Amorous Adventures changes that completely. Aaron becomes a frickin' monster, someone you can truly hate, and therefore you don't feel bad about killing him and hanging him by his foot from the ceiling. And now, well, now this is what we're going to do to Aaron. We are going to dispatch him to oblivion. Goodbye, Aaron. Alright, thank you guys so much for attending episode 5 of Oak&IV Skyrim. I'm going to, off camera, do some buying and selling and crafting, get my cash together. Then I'm going to head over to the School of Spellcasting, and we're going to resume the adventure there, where my character is going to drop off the spell book he recovered, if delivery will be taken. He's going to see that the teleporter is repaired. He's going to do some purchasing of stuff at the School for Spellcasting, and then he's probably going to resume the quest for Ol Arrow Knee, unless there's something else in Icicle Valley that needs to be done. That obviously needs to be done, that he runs into. As to Aaron's ashes, mark for delete, disable. Even the ashes are gone. Farewell, Aaron. Boiled cream treat. You were a terrible person, but M.E.L.E. will miss you, because that's the way the game is programmed, or really because M.E.L.E. is strangely codependent. Again, guys, thank you so much. If you liked the video, Oak&IV Skyrim, please subscribe, please click like, feel free to share, and I welcome comments and feedback on what I'm doing. So thanks, guys, very much. Take care, and I'll see you on the next Oak&IV Skyrim.